We have finally picked up the keys to our new country cottage in Worcestershire. It's got this really cool stained glass window, which I think is original from when the house was a Victorian cottage. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I have an extremely exciting video today. I know you guys have all been rooting for us and excited for us. We have finally picked up the keys to our new country cottage in Worcestershire. So welcome to the new cottage. This is going to be featuring a lot on the channel in months, years to come, because we've got a huge amount of renovating to do, which you're going to see. So hopefully, first of all, you may be able to see this gorgeous door. So the cottage is actually called Chapel Cottage because it was originally there was originally a Victorian vicarage here, because there's a chapel down the road that has been converted into a house. And this was the vicarage. However, that was then pulled down in the late 90s and they rebuilt this building in the sort of style of the original Victorian cottage, using some of the original features and some of the original bricks and things like that. So it's got a lot of lovely little like Victorian features like you would have had in the original cottage, but it is actually a modern house. So yeah, let's go inside and have a look. So this is going to be it's a hallway obviously, but it's also going to be the place where we have our dining table. We are very much hoping to get a pew to sort of nod towards this original being, you know, a vicarage back in the day. So we would really like to get a corner pew for this area and then like a nice dining table. I'm going to take you through some of our renovation ideas. Obviously things might change. We're going to see how things go. But yeah, I'll take you through some of my renovation ideas. As you can see, it is pink, literally, even the ceiling is pink. It is an interesting colour. So our first steps in this house, we're not actually moving in for a few weeks because we're having some bathrooms put in, which I'll show you in a bit, and we Russell and I are going to paint throughout with a neutral tone, just simply to freshen it up. The people who owned the house before were smokers and they smoked in the house, so it has a bit of a smell to it. So we're just going to freshen it up. Most of the carpets and floors, most of the carpets, sorry, are being replaced. Like the wipeable floors, we're just going to clean up. But most of the carpets are being replaced for the same reason. They smell, they're stained, etc. So that is the bulk of the work that we're going to do over the next few weeks, just freshen everything up, get it really clean, ready to move in. So this room will hopefully get round to, but I must admit this room is probably our lowest priority because we didn't have a dining room in the last house. So we don't have like loads of furniture to put here. We don't have, you know, like this isn't a living space that we desperately need. But at some point it will get painted a nice neutral tone. I actually really like the little lights. They've got a few of these light shades all over the place, and I think they could look really nice when they've been cleaned up and they're not in a hot pink room. But yeah, let's go into the kitchen. So this is the kitchen, which again, it's got really good bones. The tiling on the wall I actually quite like. It's probably not what I would have gone for, but I'm definitely not against it. And I think it looks quite old-fashioned at the moment because of the colours of the cupboards and the colours of the walls. So again, the walls we're hoping to get painted quite quickly in a nice warm white. The whole house we're going to do in a nice warm white, and then we're going to take our time picking colours for different rooms. But I think that again will really help freshen it up. You can see they've also painted the ceiling the same colour as the walls, so I think just painting all of this in a nice warm white is really going to just freshen it up, make it more modern, and probably make those tiles as well look fresher and more modern and zing a little bit. Eventually we would quite like to paint the cupboards perhaps a nice green to match some of the green in the tile, but that will be a job that will be way down the line. I think obviously eventually the kitchen needs replacing with a completely new kitchen, and if we are staying in this house long enough to sort of make that worth it, then we will definitely get that done. But for now we're just going to freshen it up with some paint. So yeah, that is the kitchen. Oh yeah. Just to say, it's been left in a little bit of a mess, as is often the way. It was an elderly lady who lived here before, and they've left an awful amount of stuff. So our first job is just basically going around with a bin bag and collecting up all the things that they've left and sorting those out. So now let me take you into the lounge. Oh, did I mention the nice windows? There's also these really cute pointed windows which match the door in what will become our dining room. So I'm really excited to make a bit of a feature of those. They're quite cool. So then we go into the lounge, which Pearl has already made herself very comfortable here. So this carpet is going immediately. It's very badly stained. It needs to just be ripped up and got rid of. Again, they've painted the walls and ceiling in, quite an old-fashioned colour, so that'll all be freshened up. We'll get rid of, the blinds and things here, which are also quite old-fashioned. We've got this gorgeous log burner, and I've wanted a log burner for so long. We had an open fire in the last house, and they're great, but they use a lot of fuel, whereas log burners, I feel like, give out a lot of heat and don't actually use quite as much fuel, and also they're just so cozy. Sadly, the stone here, this is red brick because I've looked up the chimney, but it's been painted this horrible thick grey colour. So one of our jobs to do once we're actually in the house and a bit later on is we're going to try and strip the paint off this and see how much we can get off. And it may be that we repaint it like a neutral tone, like a pale white or something, and black on the inside. Or if we can get it sort of stripped off enough, we would love to just have the red brick in the room. I think that would be a gorgeous feature, but that's something again that's going to take time that we've got to figure out and we've got to think about. So yeah, this is actually quite a good size. Got lots of plans for this, which I'll go through in lots of videos. We're going to do lots and lots of renovation vlogs and stuff. I'll take you guys along with all of the different renovating that we do. For now, I'm just giving you an overview of what the house looks beforehand. I'm not going to show you, but there's a little downstairs loo just there. I won't show you too much detail of that. Okay, so now we're going to go up the stairs, which again, you're going to see the ceiling, the walls, everything are pink. The carpet's pink. Yeah. Okay, so this is a 4-bedroom house. So the first 3 bedrooms are at the front of the house, the master bedroom's at the back. So let's show you the little one first. This one is just a tiny, tiny box room. This is actually going to become Russell's office. He works from home 2 days a week. It's a really good size for his office, actually. So that will be one of the first things that gets renovated. He's already decided the colour that he wants to paint it. So we're actually going in straight away with the colour for this one. And he wants to kit it out with lots of second-hand, which is what we will do everywhere because that's just how we do things. It's got a new carpet that's already been purchased. We just need to organise to have it put in. So yeah, this will probably be one of the first renos that you see because it's going to be done quite quickly. Okay, so this is the second guest bedroom. It's the smaller of the 2 guest bedrooms. And this is actually going to be my office to begin with, just simply because I will show you. We have an annex in the garden, which is going to become my office eventually, but it needs so much renovation. Our plan is over the next few weeks just simply to get this house livable for us, all of our stuff moved in, new floors, painting, new bathrooms, etc., and then we'll focus on the rest of it because we don't want to get too overwhelmed. So this is going to be freshened up, painted, new carpet, and this is going to become my office because obviously I work from home all the time. I'll probably do quite a lot of filming in here as well. So yeah, we've got our work cut out getting things painted, but yeah, this is going to be my office. Okay, so this is the other spare bedroom, and this is the main spare bedroom. It actually has an ensuite, which I'll show you in a minute. It's very echoey because there's no carpet. There wasn't any carpet when we viewed the property either. This hasn't had carpet for quite a while. So, we will fairly soon get this sorted. Again, repaint all of this, get this sorted. We're hoping to remove these drop cords as well because they're not great. There's some nice curtain poles actually in here, so we might keep the curtain poles and make some curtains for those. But yeah, this is the other big spare bedroom. I'll just show you the ensuite. Okay, so this is the ensuite, which is very tired and not looking great. This is going to be ripped out in literally 2 days' time. We've got all the bathroom fitters coming to get this out, along with the main bathroom as well, and it's being completely redone, and I will take you guys along with that journey. But yeah, as you can see, a bit of a mess. We're gonna have to sort this out today, collecting up all the bits that have been left. Okay, this is the main family bathroom and we've got huge plans for this. Again, as I said, we have already got people coming to sort this out. I'm super excited to have this done. It is being completely reconfigured. Toilets are moving, baths moving. I will sort of talk through some of this in the renovation vlog, the specific bathroom renovation. I think I'm going to do like renovation part 1, which will include probably the study and the bathroom. But this is going to have major changes done to it, which I'm quite excited. So we're just going to leave this alone and let the bathroom fitters get on with that. And this room here is going to be mine and Russell's room. This is the master. Again, it needs good freshening up with paint. It needs new carpet. So yeah, it's got some work to do on it for the next 4 weeks before we move in. I've already got some curtains. Oh, that's a good curtain pole as well, so we'll keep that one. I've already got some curtains ready to be made up for this new room. So yeah, hopefully it won't take us too long to get everything tidy. But shall we go and see the annex and the garden? Okay, so this is the annex, that's the main house there, and this is the annex. This is a little like one up, one down building that we have in our, like on our land. This was one of the big sellers for us when we first saw the house. Is actually, it has the potential to be a really amazing studio that I can use for varying different things. I've got lots of ideas for that, which I'm sure I'll go into in later videos, but I'll take you in to have a little look. So this is a complete mess. It does have a bathroom with a shower and stuff, but it's completely like disconnected and doesn't work. Eventually we would like to replace this with a proper bathroom, because the thought is that although this will be a sort of utility come office studio for me, it will also be a great place to be able to put up guests when we have a lot of people over for like Christmas or something. We've got a lot of family, but like everything's got to go, everything's damp, it smells very damp in here, so we've got to like rip up carpets. I mean, they've left like tins and tins and tins of like spam and things, so we've got an awful lot of tidying and sorting to do in here, but we don't want to become overwhelmed, so we're just going to focus on the house for now, and we'll get to this at a later date whenever we do actually get to it. I'll just take you guys upstairs. Okay, so as you can see, the ceilings are very low, but you've got this quite funky little space. I have to say, I did think it would make a really great like meditation and like movement yoga Pilates studio, but it's got this really cool stained glass window, which I think is original from when the house was a Victorian cottage. It's got some other random things, including some like old bottles and stuff. I might have to have a look at those. We're not sure what we're going to do with this space. I think it will be storage for a while, and eventually we might convert it into a bedroom. We might put like one of those really low beds down on the floor, and then obviously have the bathroom put in downstairs and have my studio and things, and then it's an extra space for family and guests. We have a lot of family that live far away, so it's nice to be able to put them up. But we're not going to rush, we're not going to worry about that. For now, it's probably just going to literally be where we store our boxes, you know, Christmas decorations, things like that. And we're just going to leave them here for a bit whilst we get all the work done on the other house rather than the mini house. But there is quite a cool clock here. I'm going to have a look at some of the stuff they've left. Not all of it's going to go in the bin. So there are two doors. There's the door in to the studio, and then there's the door out into the garden. We'll go out. We don't have the key for that one yet, so we'll go out this one. But you can, if you just have a look, open the door right out onto the garden and what's going to become my vegetable patch and my chickens and things like that, which I think is really lovely, because in the summer when I'm working here, hopefully I'll be able to like open the door and just like hear my chickens, and you know, it'll just be really nice. So I'm quite looking forward to getting that sorted eventually. Let's go and find the kitchen garden. So again, loads of stuff has been left. I quite like this statue though. Who knows? We might keep it. We need to do a bit of sorting. It's not too bad though. It's not too like super overgrown or anything. One of the major issues we've got here is that there is a grapevine, and grapes are really, really dangerous for dogs. So sadly, we're going to have to move that. But I will sort of go through vaguely the plans because we've got a bit of time. We're going to keep this lawn as it is. We're going to keep the shed because it's really helpful shed. It's got some kit in there as well, which is really great. I'm probably going to paint it a nicer colour though, because I think it's a bit of a depressing colour. But the lawn's obviously a really good size for dogs and, you know, kids, like my nephew's coming to visit and stuff. But what is set out as the kitchen garden is going to be a kitchen garden, but it's going to be split into sections. So we will probably move the vine into this area, because this area is going to be picket fenced off, so that we can keep the dog out and children out and stuff out of the vegetable patch. So this is going to have a picket fence across it, and the plan is for all of this to be kitchen garden, but then to sort of cut off a section here that goes down the back of the shed, and I'm going to have like a mini orchard with apple trees, fruit trees, and then at the end of the garden, Pearl's just showing you where in that corner we're going to keep chickens, probably about three to five chickens, and we've also still got that greenhouse as well. They've left that. It needs a really good clean up and a really good sort, but it does have the potential to be a really great space. It's quite a big space, so I'm really excited about that, to have a greenhouse, because I've only had a mini one until now. We're also going to have, you know, composting, water butts, all that kind of stuff. But again, these, you know, we're talking years. This is a long-term project. This is a long-term renovation. We are not wealthy enough to get everything renovated immediately. I am a big believer, as you know, in slow living, and that goes through to everything, including slow renovating. So we're going to take our time. We're going to feel the house. We're going to decide what colours we want things and how we want things and where we want the garden, and we're just going to get ourselves comfortable, as Pearl is doing. But yeah, we will probably do some work on the garden this summer, because I've got quite a few things growing in my little greenhouse back in our temporary accommodation, so I will get those in the soil and things like that. But we've got big plans for this, big plans to do exciting stuff. But again, take our time, not going to stress. We've got lots of other stuff to get on with. Let me show you the greenhouse though. Okay, so it's not the best greenhouse in the world. It's not super sturdy, but it's a greenhouse, and greenhouses are expensive. So I'm pretty chuffed with it. So it's not the most amazing greenhouse, but you know, I think once it's once it's been cleaned up, actually, it's going to be great. It's going to be a perfect place for what I want, which is to grow tomatoes, peppers, chilies, starting off seedlings. It's actually a really good size. The plan is to do like a path down the middle and basically beds either side that I can put stuff in, but I will probably also put some like shelving and things for, you know, potting up plants and starting seedlings and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think once it's been cleaned up, actually, it could be really nice. We obviously need to go through all the junk as well. I think there might be some kind of path down there. I'm not sure. We'll just have to have a look. But yeah, that is the greenhouse. Okay, that is my cottage tour for you guys. As you can see, we have got our work cut out for us. We have bought a renovation project, but to be honest with you, you know, that's what we had to do because, you know, financially, it's often one of the best ways to do things, because also I'd want to put my own stamp on anywhere anyway. We're not too overwhelmed by the work. We're very grateful that we're able to get bathroom fitters in to get those bathrooms done. The rest of the work is fairly surface level. So yeah, we're going to get started on that in June, and as I say, I'll be taking you along. So if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will definitely be making more. And yeah, I will see you guys next time in the first ever renovation vlog part 1. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.